Today I want to show you how to build a proper, safe noose harness. This design has evolved over many years, starting in the 1950s. It is designed for its effectiveness, its safety, and its ease of use, as well as we're going to go over how to attach the nooses to it, its materials, and the tools used to build it. Now we're going to go over the tools needed to do this. First off, we need good kangaroo leather. This is very thick kangaroo. Then we're going to have to back that kangaroo. So this is actually two sides. So the back, it makes a very sturdy platform, yet is pliable. Then, in order to cut that out, we'll use an X-Acto knife. You need a good pattern to go from. There are many different patterns. This is a tried and true and very lightweight. We need a pair of hemostats, a good cutting board, really good pair of fly tying or surgical scissors. We need some Duco cement, nail clippers, a measuring tool, an X-Acto knife, an awl. The thinner the awl, the better. This is actually a little too thick, but it's what I had on hand. 20-pound Maxima chameleon. 20-pound. First off, let's say we've cut out our blank for our noose harness. So what we've done is taken a pattern for a noose harness. It's put onto X-ray film, put it on a piece of leather, marked it with an ink pen, and flipped it over. So like this. Then we've flipped it over on the leather and retraced. And then we do our best to make a centerpiece, which is this here, which is for support, and you must have for it to work properly and last a good long time. Then what we've already done is we've taken our Maxima chameleon and we have taken the Maxima chameleon and we've taken it out in the backyard and stretched about 20 yards out and left it out in the sun for a couple of hours. Then we take that and we very tightly wrap it around something hard, and we take an X-Acto knife and we cut our strands. Like so. It's okay if they're not all even. We're going to shore them up soon. We've taken a finishing nail or a nail that's used to hang a picture from the wall, and we've run it through this board. It's important. I'll show you why momentarily. We have to make about 50 nooses, or 30 nooses, let's say 30 to 50 nooses per noose harness. So I'm going to show you the knot, but I'm going to show, and the knot is everything with these nooses. You don't ever want nooses made out of any sort of plastic coated metal, and you don't want any sort of crimps ever, or any metal at all in noose harness, or the nooses. The nooses are designed to break if there's too much force. You don't ever want locking nooses, and I mean ever. So we take this, let's say this would be the length of our Maxima chameleon 20-pound test. We're going to do what's called a perfection loop. It's a perfection loop. It's used in fishing. We take it to the long end in our left hand. We make a loop over, and hold it here. Just about like that, okay? Then we take the tag end and come around like so. Then we put the tag end between here and here and pull the back loop. And that is what we call a perfection loop. That is the true name of it, okay? Alright, so I will do that again. Real simple. We're going to tie the perfection noose. This is the knot used in making the nooses for the noose harness. It's a piece of parachute cord that I've burned the ends so we can use it as a model to show you that we're going to actually we're going to tie many of them on the 20-pound Maxima chameleon. So we put a bite in the line and hold it. Okay? Then we bring the tag end around the back and hold it. Then we take that tag end between the first two loops we've made, like this, and bring the back end through, like so. And that is what is called a perfection loop, or some people call it a snell, but that is the loop, that is the knot we're going to use to run through here, and then that becomes our noose. Again, I will show you how to tie this one more time. You'll probably need to replay this many times to get it. So we take and make a loop. We take and make another loop. We hold it by the thumb. We take the tag end, bring it between, and bring the back through, like so. It's a perfection loop. And now we want to determine what size we want of a noose. Well, this is all larger and exaggerated. We're doing it this way so that later we can transfer that idea onto the monofilament. So once we determine what size we want the noose, we then put a small bend in the monofilament. It won't stick in this paracord, but we make a bend in it. And that bend will stop the stopper knot, which we will use in a moment. Okay? So once we've made our noose, then this tag end is going to go through the back, where I've pre-marked all of these spots of where the nooses will go. It will go down through one of these holes and out the bottom. When it comes out the bottom, we're then going to tie it off with a special knot called a stopper knot. Then we're going to cover that knot up with Duco cement. So I'm going to go through those steps of how to tie the stopper knot. In my mind, this is the unicorn knot, the hardest knot of the whole deal, but it's the most important. So we make an overhand knot, or an overhand loop, come through it. Then we make another loop here around it and come through it. And then we make a third and come through it. It's 3 back-to-back overhand knots, but this knot prevents it being pulled out of the leather because it's covered with Duco cement. I will do it again. In fact, I'll do it about 3 times so you get a better idea. So I'm going to go ahead and do that a couple more times now.